It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Bengals, towering tight end. There's been no shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Bengals and the Ravens, just ahead on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly, well, this might be the last time.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. We stopped on the return of the 27. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns. A lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
Hits him on the out route. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Well, we know they're comfortably into the postseason already. You just hope that no one else is added to this list on the eve of the playoffs.
And this is so hard. You do try to exercise as much caution as you can with how they're going to play guys today. But you got to still play the game. I know their team wants, everybody in that locker room wants everyone available. And they will do all they can to get themselves ready on their pursuit of the Super Bowl.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400, and he was still thriving, driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With his mindset, well, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Throw on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. He lobs it up, looking deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Bails out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this run gets across the 20 to about the 21. Give him 2 yards there, and it's now 3rd and 14. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Bengals football. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 3rd and short. Here he goes on the bootleg. He'll get this one to Adams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing with a blitz on the way. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Still sticking with the passing game. Looking slant route, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Completed to his running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Jump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
That's caught for the 1st. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They pitch it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside. I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it.
And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get 6 more on their early advantage. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Complete out to the right side. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Brought in right side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a two-score game early. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They go play action here. He's got a man left. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Play action on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Back to throw now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now you can see he's 2nd in the league in touchdown receptions. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Jones reels it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught by his back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. From the 31. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll send him over right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Baltimore running its offense out now. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They go play action on first. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bengals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
At the 37-yard line.
From the 37. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all. And
he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and long for him here. Short throw, tipped. Oh, but he still got it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Another try following the sack. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He fields this at the 18. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Bengals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing it to start this drive. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now, off play action. Taking a big shot for the end zone. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Adams. And they get this down to the 28. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. They are throwing it again. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets try and hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Chris Carter has thrown a touchdown pass.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action here. Caught, nice gain left side. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. After 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Man in motion, headed right. To throw here on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
First down, Ravens.
It's caught right side by Johnson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals' 42-yard line.
Now we're on the counter. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap. And I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
He'll throw it. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
But partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Now looking to throw. He'll get this one to Adams. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. The give now out of the shotgun. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Dropping back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
A familiar sight in this contest, Bronk. He's out there again for another field goal try. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Hits him on the in route. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's a throw. He's got time here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Begins his return at the 16. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Here we go, 2nd and 9. It is Cup, left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing from the gun. Makes the catch and gets the feet in. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Able to find Jones. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals piling onto the scoreboard yet again. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Connecting on the slant. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking for a throw here. Brought in right side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Bengals football, and they've got to be pretty darn happy about this lead to start the 4th. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Give now to the running back. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals are running them out of the building. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals tack on 7 more to their lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. He's got a man left. And this one doesn't go far. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up. Punt team on the field. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Setting up a throw. This will be caught by Adams. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Plowing up the middle. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 43. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They motion a receiver left. 2nd and 6 now. Has the connection to Jones. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the Ravens' 8-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Bengals continue adding to an insurmountable lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals continue adding on to that lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense making its way back out now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll throw on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete out to the right. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Ravens just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. They give it to him again. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And they end the season the way they have so many games already this year, Brock, with a victory. And now they get to enjoy an extra week off to rest and prepare to host a game in the divisional round coming up in 2 weeks. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.